Using EventBrite to get vouchers out in the community is one of the easiest ways to expand your brand and expand your footprint and really just gain extra free events in your store. And this is a great example of one of these tasks that seems much more difficult than it really is. Once you do it the first time, there's no reason that you can see not doing it again and again and again. So I'm going to quickly kind of walk you through how to do it, and really one or two just effective things to pay attention to that make the effort you put into it all the more worth it. So first and foremost is create an EventBrite account. You can make it your personal one. It doesn't matter. And when you log on to the main page, just have it set for your zip code, and you want to expand it out to about a 25 to maybe 35 mile radius, just depending on your territory, your metropolitan, let's say. And the keywords to look for in the beginning at least are going to be raffle, trivia, silent auction, and then charity. Okay, raffle, trivia, silent auction, and charity. And I save charity for last because that's going to pull up a ton of stuff. And what we've had a lot of success with is starting with those first few, the trivia, the raffle, and the silent auction. And I'll key in those words individually and set it to my zip code with the radius I mentioned. And then as I go through the list, the best way to do this, best time to do this, is at the very beginning or end of the month, and essentially looking out the next 30 days. And as I go through that list, which for some may be only 7 listings, some may be 17 plus. And as I go through those, I click on those individual events, and the first thing that I'm really looking for as I scan the body of the event posting is I'm looking for the contact person's email. Now, in every single page, there is a button that says contact the event organizer. And while that does work and we do get results from that, the most effective way to get a response is when they post their email, directly contacting them that way. In a nutshell, I'd say it's about a 90% conversion rate from people I contact directly to their email that I ultimately get the voucher out. Whereas going through the EventBrite website is usually closer to about 30-ish, maybe 40%. And so I like to first scan all the keywords, all the key phrases. I like to look directly for who has an email. And I send them an email that just simply says, hey, I came across your event on EventBrite. Are you still looking for donations? Now, there's going to be 2 different message pieces of advice I'm going to give you. Okay, the first is what I just said. When you send somebody that direct email, it can be the same thing over and over. It can literally just say, hi, my name is Dalton. I saw your event on EventBrite. I was just curious if you were still looking for donations. Okay? Now, when you message through EventBrite, part of the thing you have to be aware of and the battle that you're up against is other people, have had this idea too and have abused the privilege of having this free website tool at their disposal. That being said, there are algorithms and things built into this platform that are looking for somebody like us that is maybe just messaging people in masses and saying the same thing over and over again. It's not that anything that we're doing is wrong. It's just that other people maybe are doing something wrong or just, again, abusing that privilege. And because of our urgent nature to contact these people, we're getting flagged. And so in order to avoid that, what you want to try to do is say something a little different each time. Okay? Now, you're not always going to outsmart this algorithm, but something as simple as, hey, are you still looking for donations for your event? And changing that to maybe, are you still in need of raffle prizes? Little things like that will change that up, as well as you're going through this process, if 7 listings come up, of those 7, maybe 2, 3, or 4 of them have the direct emails. So then maybe the only other 2 or 3 or 4 are going to go through the EventBrite platform. So the hope is that you're not sending an EventBrite message through EventBrite. Then again, then again, then again, then again. There's several minutes between these so that, again, you're not getting flagged. Hopefully that makes enough sense to you of what I'm trying to convey. Again, you're just trying to space out what you say and how often you're sending a message so that you don't get flagged through the EventBrite platform. Again, nothing bad can happen other than maybe they just don't receive your email, which is why the most effective way to use EventBrite is looking for that email in the body and then just sending them a message. When they respond, which 99% of the time when they respond, it's in the form of, yes, I would love a free thing, thank you. They're usually going to ask what it is, and I have a very canned response, which is something to the effect of, here's what I was thinking, here's a $250 knife skills voucher, which includes free demonstration materials, food, snacks, wine, everything, yada yada. It's attached, and just kind of explains what it is and how it can be used. All they have to do is, whoever bids on it, it carries a $250 voucher or retail value. All they have to do is follow up with you, and you can get it set up and scheduled with them. And they then usually respond with, oh my gosh, that's amazing, and they're super excited. And then all you have to do is figure out how they want it. Most effective thing to do is to physically send them through the mail so that they got printed out, they got it in color, it's on nice paper. Obviously if it turns out the event's the next day and they're totally cool with having it emailed, you could certainly do that as well. And I've gotten events through both mediums. So that's kind of the brief overview of going through EventBrite, how to contact them, a little bit about what to say, which again is just very straightforward. Hey, do you need any free stuff for your event? Are you still in need of vouchers? Are you still in need of raffle items? Are you still in need of silent auction prizes? Those types of things. Again, ideally looking for them in email, and then just sending them the contact info and trying to get out as many as you can. There are hundreds of events going on in all of our areas. No reason you can't at least get out a small percentage of those, 10, 20, 30 plus a month. And it's a great way to get some future private events. So use that EventBrite platform and look again for those direct emails.